Hey guys, and welcome back to Dukonia. Today I am so excited to be getting this stuff back going here. I'm super happy to announce that Dukonia is returning. We had a little week hiatus right there while I was moving, graduating from college, you know, all that small little stuff. And nothing big at all. But kind of a life update for you guys. Got moved into the new apartment. Computer is all set up. If you guys caught that over on Twitter, it's a pretty awesome setup now. I'm really pumped with where we're going with it. So that's cool. Today's video is just kind of a little talking, and then we're actually going to be doing something real cool. We're going to be going up and meeting up with Sir Isaac, and we're going to be doing a walkthrough of this entire place. You guys, we built the tulip field here together, but he has done so much. Giving you guys a little sneak preview right here. You can see it on the mini map. But all this stuff way over here, he's done all of this in the week that I've been gone. He planted this entire field, and there's a bunch more over there. So we're going to be catching up with him and going over all of that. But for right now, guys, I think Dukonia is going to be returning as one episode per week alongside the other series, just because I'm trying to get on top of this. I have a lot of stuff coming up, and I don't want to kill myself trying to get all this content out. So instead, we'll do one more, probably a bit longer but higher quality episode instead of two pretty short kind of blah episodes. So we're going for one here. Be a little bit longer. This one's mostly going to be focused on Isaac. I'm thinking while that clip rolls and we go over and check out with him, I'm going to be getting some work done here on the interior of this whole farmhouse so we can get this build moved up and move on to some other stuff. While we were gone, we actually still have to do the interior of this guy, so I guess we probably want to be starting with this first. But I kind of detailed out the inner area here, just adding some grass path blocks in. We came over here, added a little water trough so they can get some nice little water for all the cows and everything. They got all that cool stuff. Then in here, we got to still do this, like I was saying. I'm thinking we'll get some work done on here today and probably actually finish up this guy, and then I'll show you that, guys, after you go and check out Isaac's stuff with me in just a few. But yeah, we got this exterior area right here, kind of to detail out and do just a little bit of something, probably some shrubbery or something over here. Just kind of interesting stuff. We could do another little like small like pea patch garden or something like that. It'd be kind of cool. But overall, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. We got the interior of this, interior of that, and we got some more projects that I've been wanting to start up. Kind of jump into the map now. We can kind of go over here. We got this big area here cleared out. Been working on. We got that area right there that we're going to be jumping over to next. And to not spoil it too much, I'm going to just kind of be leaving it there. And this area will be really cool. I'm really pumped to get working on that. But we got a lot of cool stuff to be updating, guys. So I'm going to get to work on the inside of this barn here. And I'll send you guys over to Isaac and me as we walk through his place and look at all that amazing stuff. So I will catch you guys later.
Now, last time you were down here, I think just the one field was done.
Yeah, no, last time I really checked out this area, none of these crops were planted or anything. I think you had just got in this part of the road in here and were working your way down, but I haven't really seen any of this since it was planted, so.
Oh, yeah, it's changed a lot.
You don't say.
Yeah, well, it started as the idea down here is because it was an empty field. We had Thomas's build over here that was kind of just off by itself, and we're like, well, let's connect it with a road. And
yeah,
then
there's a little horse ranch over there. That thing's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then it just blew up into this. But yeah, this farm right here is gonna have some I think carrots and potatoes in it, and
okay,
it'll have a farmhouse here. Haven't gotten that far. It was actually taking longer than what I thought. I thought I'd be a lot farther on it, but
yeah, it's if anything, you gotta wait for all the crops to grow so you can spread them out. So it's how long do this wheat field take you? 'Cause this thing's massive.
Couple hours.
Couple hours, okay.
Luckily I had enough seed from when I took out the wheat field in front of my castle. America's gone, man.
Oh yeah, I saw that a while ago.
Yeah, it's gone, and from that field and the one just right below it, I had enough seed to plant every wheat field down in this valley.
Jeez.
And I still have probably 4 or 5 double chests of seeds back at the castle still.
Oh man,
Yeah, it because I didn't have to replant it. I ended up with so many seeds, which worked. The only ones that I had to wait around for was kind of like the carrots and
Gotcha.
the beetroot that I'll have to set down. But
Yeah, I have some beetroot seeds back at home, so if you need some of those guys, I got a few stacks, so I can help you out there. But
all right, perfect. But all the fields that have the hay bales, it was all planted. The wheat grew. I harvested it, and so it's all accurate counts of wheat fields again.
so all this was full with fully grown wheat, which you spent
Yeah.
probably like an hour planting, and then you broke them all down, turned them into hay bales, and made this.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it. I see you got a nice little chicken and hanging out over here too.
Oh yeah.
He lives in the field, I guess.
Yeah. So, and right behind this field, there's 2 ways in, but this is gonna be a lumber mill,
Okay.
and I kind of just got like a concept going. Right now, I was working on how to power it, and I was like, all right, well, I built a little canal, and then
So all the water would like rush in when the gate goes up, and
yeah, so I'm kind of working on like the whole mechanism to lift the gate. I'm not really happy with this design. I think it's going to get torn out and kind of
yeah, I think if anything, you might want to make the top a little thicker so that it's not like fully exposed. I know it makes it a little bit harder to do, but if you did like the 3 wide right here going all the way up and then kind of curving the top, it might be easier.
I was trying to keep it from getting really bulky, but I mean,
yeah, it's just kind of hard to do mechanisms. It's usually you just kind of want to hide them unless it's extremely large scale. That's one thing I've been struggling with a lot on the steampunk world I'm working on over in Reforge. It's just trying to get all the mechanisms and things for opening up doors and gates and powering things, like trying to actually make them without hiding it.
yeah, but I figured I'd use, the natural flow of the current, where if I released it in this canal,
Just have a big wheel in here that it pushes and turns.
Yeah, right here, and
Yeah.
and, it go back out. But I have some logs sitting out here in the water.
Okay.
They drag up here. Then obviously it would get cut and then be rolled off into this little bin right here. And
Gotcha. Are
so
you gonna
that's
put some different types of logs in here, like some oak or birch or something? I know there's a lot of the trees around, so you might want to mix some of those guys in.
Yeah, nothing that you see is like permanent. It's just more of like kind of
Just getting the idea down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was too lazy to go over to creative and mess around with an idea. So
yeah, no, I feel yeah. Whenever I'm building in survival, if I hop into creative and build it there, I'm like, this thing is going to be so massive. I'm going to have so much extra stuff to build. I usually just build them straight in here with whatever I have on me.
So we got, potato fields.
Yeah, I really like the field where you have the little areas to walk between. So they're all little plots almost. Really,
yeah.
Adds a lot more depth to it. It's cool instead of the whole thing just being potatoes everywhere.
And they're, they're divided into sections, so they're all angled at different directions. They're not all going in the same direction. So if you look at it on your map, you'll see patterns and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Going into F5 right now, you can actually see a lot of it just kind of from that higher viewpoint. Looks really nice.
But planting the trees, that took a while.
Yeah, you planted all these trees by hand, huh? None of them were here before, right?
None of the big trees were here at all. All of them were kind of in each tree, more or less. When I planted it, even if they grew big, I took a couple of them down because I wanted them, like these ones, I wanted them to connect to create like an arch going through. So when I through the whole community build, I did that because I was looking. I looked down the road and okay, this is the kind of look that I would want, and that's what took so long.
Yeah, if anything, it blocks the sight line, so you have to actually walk forward in order to reveal the next part you're going to.
So
cool.
It's been a lot of work. And then so this will be like a little area. This will be all the farmhouses that work all the fields, minus the one on the other end.
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
I would say they probably work for the whoever lives in that horse ranch. It makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the lore, part of this was funded by my kingdom.
Okay, cool. So these guys can all owe taxes and whatnot to the castle.
Yeah. When we started before it became a community built, and I were started that tower, and we were thinking about a Bailey that both of us kind of put there, and wanted to it be kind of like a watch, where, because it was, you go one direction, you go to his kingdom, you go to another direction, you end up going to mine. And
Yeah,
it was kind of like
kind of crossroads area.
Yeah, so we both kind of like, okay, well, we both kind of chipped in and built this, and it'll protect the village and whatnot. And so then in here, I'm starting to breed all these. Now all these are like horrible horses. So they're perfect to stick in here.
But leave them here.
Yeah, because these are horses that are being
Oh, I tamed it.
Bred for my kingdom and Uminum's.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you want some good horses, I know down at that horse farm, Thomas has a bunch down there. So
yeah, I got some good horses that I'm finding over at my place. I wanted to put bad ones in here, so there'd be no reason for people to come take them.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So that's what I'm building.
One horse really like.
I'm gonna finish the road through here, and I'm gonna build that bridge going towards Unum, and then I'm gonna stop there.
Somebody actually gonna make that road to him?
Well, what ended up happening is I wanted to finish the road to the river just to kind of complete the area.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And then, what's his name?
Galagath?
Yeah.
Yeah, down to the south.
We had a discussion about the builds getting, so, and he changed his build, but he really liked the concept of what he had before, and he is like, it would make a great tavern. I said, well, I know a place that we could put a tavern that nothing's going on, so I took him over here, just right over, down the road, and about halfway between here and Uminum's, right next to the lake. We kind of marked a spot to where some point in time he can come in and build it whenever, and it would give something between here and Uminum's.
Yeah, just something in this region. I know he had a bunch of big plans for it, Uminum that is, but then he's kind of in that reforged bug again. I don't think he'll be coming back here for a little while.
So I was hoping, I was giving him crap the other day. I was hoping that he'd come back and help out with this community build.
Yeah,
and because I wanted him to kind of take control over the. Because originally he was gonna kind of monitor building the Bailey and then
the actual little center town part
and the village, and I would take care of everything around that, and it looks like I'll end up being dealing with all of it. But,
I feel you. Hey, if anything, that way you at least know where it's all gonna end up.
Here we have this all planned out.
This is gonna be Mesa, right?
Yeah,
she was gonna be building it.
Yeah, we sat here and we kind of planned it out together, kind of figuring out kind of what we were gonna put here. And
when I saw she had claimed it, I was really excited to see where it goes, because her little hamlet she's doing over on the west side of this huge plains biome is pretty awesome.
And that's what I was like, what am I gonna put here? Because this was a spot, you know. Because in lore, we're talking 50 to 100 miles from where my bridge going into my lands is to this, and then like another 50 or so miles to the town. So
yeah, no, I feel
know,
you.
it's like,
And if anything, in Minecraft, it's good to have a lot of detail. You kind of have to shorten those distances. So I think having a little town or village type, I guess the hamlet is probably the right word to use, but that'll look really cool in here once it's finished. And it also kind of serves as a sight line or a blocker for Daniel's place behind it. Because it's kind of all the big massive wooden structures, which kind of look out of place with the stone theme and whatnot that you have going on here. So it kind of helps to block those out and really keep everything within your area or within the community build.
I'm hoping that we get some trees and forests going through here. I ended up planting some trees to kind of separate our area a little bit more, but
yeah, he's been doing a lot better. I really like all the custom trees he has going on. Still a lot of room to work with, but ooh, another sheep to shear. I really need wool, so every sheep we walk by, I'm probably just gonna shear it. Try and do some planning it.
Go take some over there at the community build.
Yeah, I'll probably have to hit that up later. I really, really like all this area with the flowers, though. It's pretty awesome.
This turned out way, way better than what I originally thought it would.
All the little white flowers, it works so well with the lilacs.
I'll tell you what, lilacs they're easy because you can just multiply them.
Yeah, just bone meal, the same thing.
You can't do that with the little flowers. So
just me, I know.
All over this world trying to get flowers. But
if you find a chunk that if you bone meal a chunk and one pops up, clear everything in that area and just keep bone mealing that area, and there's a higher chance to get that flower.
Oh, okay.
Now that you're already done with it, I'm sure that's super helpful to know. But that's kind of one way to deal with it. That's how I've been getting a lot of tulips. I found a little, besides murdering the tulip flower biome to the south, I found a chunk inside the Thornpike area that gave tulips constantly, so I just would sit there bone mealing it after setting up my skeleton farm.
Nice. So, one of the things is when I was building all this, I had chests and everything right here that had material, and I would tie up my horse to the stake. And believe it or not, when I took it all down, I left this pole because I would tie up my horse there. It inspired this whole area for like a little watering hole to kind of like water your, have the horses drink and everything.
No, I really like it. It's turned out really well. I'm hoping we can figure out a way so we can keep the sugar cane from growing all the way up. It'd be cool to add some variation in there. I'm thinking about asking Monster to just retexture the string to make it basically transparent, but
yeah. Can we put string on top of it?
Yeah, I don't have any on me anymore. But if you put string on top of a sugar cane, it stops it from growing. Just the thing in Conquest is it's so visible that you can kind of see it. Whereas in like vanilla, you can barely see string.
Either that or make one of the blocks that we never use invisible.
Yeah.
But the whole point before we go down is standing up here.
All right, I'm coming back.
The layout of the road, the fields, and everything, and the trees. I wanted that visual effect coming down the road because you can look down and you can see all the fields. You can see the windmill.
This spot right here is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you set your render distance all the way up. Fill it all in and then go back. And then you get it at the right time of day. It's nice.
The sun's like right back there. It's pretty perfect. It's pretty picturesque. Ooh, I haven't been over here in a long time. This looks awesome.
Now, this is the water mill.
Okay. So, wow, this is really cool. Oh, poor Red.
Now, obviously the interior is not done.
I really like the white stained glass though. It looks nice. I need to use that more. I always think it looks a little frosty and everything, but I feel like it
I
works.
find out I've used it on most of my stuff, and it's turned out really, really well.
Yeah.
But
It just works really well with the stone textures we have to add a bit of window variation. But yeah, no, I like it a lot.
you come over here,
I'm
you
on boy.
could get a really good view of
The whole mill.
the whole mill, but you can also see the paddle wheel.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's awesome. The really
Now,
big, thick wheel.
well, if you
I guess for the size of the house, it's not too crazy.
well, I wanted something that it's more like a kind of like a dual. I wanted kind of like a dual kind of look to it because I wanted to create like the paddles inside of it, and it worked out really well that I ended up using the trapdoors.
Yeah, I love using the trapdoors for them. The only problem is when you put them underwater, they get those weird little air pockets. But it looks like
You
they're able
know,
to. Yours actually doesn't look that bad. I know I have shaders on right now though, so but it doesn't
yeah,
really stand out, which is nice.
yeah. The way it was designed, I didn't want to see from the surface part of it. You can't really see any of the air pockets.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So it turned out really, really, really good.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. This whole building's really cool.
Well, this has actually melons, pumpkins, beetroot,
Ooh.
potato, and carrots all in one field.
Oh wow, no, this is really cool. Oh, nice.
So you got the beetroots over here, and then
Hmm.
the carrots flow down on this side, and then the potatoes are back over here.
This is awesome. This is really cool. I like the trees in the middle of the field too, just kind of showing like you worked around them instead of cutting them all down. Adds a really
Yeah,
big natural effect to it.
but I was really happy the way this
Hmm.
field turned out.
Yeah, definitely. No, it looks really nice. You still
So,
got some stuff growing back here.
well, I took some of the carrots from here to start the carrot field over in the lower valley.
Yeah,
So once I leave the area, they don't grow
yeah.
until I come back. So they're, I'd come back and spend like 10 minutes just standing there, just trying to get them to grow back.
We need that mod or whatever it is where you can just kind of keep crouching next to them and they start growing faster.
Right? Well, they don't bone meal. You go through so much bone meal doing it with bone meal.
Just like it's because it's like 2 or 3 per crop, and it's like this is not worth it at all.
right, and in a field that high, it's just ridiculous. So obviously, a massive change here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the whole field. For those of you guys that don't know, this whole hill back here was a giant wheat field that Isaac had, and this whole pasture area down here was a cattle farm, right?
Well, this was where I grew, bred cattle for steak. So that was
Yeah.
more or less. This is for like food, but I had a wheat field
All the way
that
around it.
This was the field that I used for harvesting for seeds.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to mess with that field once me and Ducon harvested that field once.
Yeah, I remember it took you guys
And
hours.
it was ridiculous. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make
Hey,
another
here's
field.
Jenga.
Yeah, I got to deal with him. He needed some stone,
Okay.
and I hooked him up with a bunch of tools and everything. I said, well, I need a hill taken out.
Roping more people into doing that.
This whole hill, this whole thing that was once the wheat, this whole thing will be taken down level.
Cool.
And once we, and I told him, I said, you take down, you can keep all the stone and everything that
You keep in the dirt.
Yeah, he's been put in the dirt, but well, the thing is everything where you see the dirt pillars sticking up,
Yeah.
all this is getting leveled.
Oh
To
wow.
where there'll be a slight variation in the ground, but this whole area, what you see right here, is going to be a town. There'll be
Gotcha.
30 to 40 buildings, probably, maybe more.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be massive. This is gonna probably take me every bit of
Yeah, no, after that community
six,
build's done, I feel like you're going to be living in here for a few months.
yeah, 6 months to 8 months.
Yeah. You got
If
this
not,
village over here that I know you're planning stuff with.
well, the town's gonna go all the way back here to that,
Okay.
and so the town, this village will be completely wiped out. Now I'm gonna relocate the villagers where I'm hoping that they don't, despawn or whatever.
They won't despawn. They can only die. Oh,
But I'm gonna try to salvage. I haven't gone through and seen kind of what they offered, but I wanted to relocate. Once I get the town built, I want to relocate them into the town, and hopefully they take to the town to where they breed. Because
yeah.
I know they breed to the kind of the size of the village that they live in.
Yeah, so in order for villager breeding to get turned off, like to work, we have it turned off right now because of the mob spawn stuff. So you'd have to either manually do it, or not the mob griefing, then villagers can't breed, which sucks. But we can either, I've been kind of toying with the idea of it, but turning mob griefing back on, but turning on that like one person sleeping thing. And then, because then we can do villager breeding, you can do massive like villager breeding things, so we can get those mending books that everybody's looking for.
Yeah, everybody's been bugging me about it, and I'm like, well, I get it from this dealer on the low, and they're like, villager, and I'm like,
dude, you got a power 5 librarian in here. What? That's a great one. I'm gonna close him back up in there. He's gonna stay in there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out soon. I'm hoping. Druid and I were trying to build that massive villager center and manually breed everything out, but we still got to do that. So, but that's something for another date.
Yeah, but the plan is the town will go all the way over to
Arcs area.
Yeah, the bridge right here is more or less this is where my lands end as far as going this direction. Now
I just want to say I'm really, really happy with the banner you used, the simple blue and white, because everybody has these crazy extravagant ones, but this one is so simple and it works so well.
Well, I was hoping, because with that creeper head in the mod, and I was thinking that it was a conquest thing, but I guess it's just for the mod. It created that dragon symbol.
Yeah.
And I was going to put the dragon right there with the blue and white. And I was just like, So I was like, all right, well, I'll just use the blue and white, because I also have the painting, the blue and white painting.
Yeah, yeah, you got that to work with too.
Works with it too, so that's what I ended up doing.
Gotcha.
But behind the village, the land that's just right behind the village on the other side of the river, I own a part of that too.
Okay.
And the town there might be a bridge where the town might span a little bit over there.
Yeah. If anything, you could do like some mills or something on the waterway. It'd be kind of cool.
And here, I'm gonna have vineyards.
Ooh, across the water?
I'm gonna have a bridge that's gonna go over, leave the town, and it's gonna go over here. And if you look at your map, you'll see kind of like the water kind of surrounds
Yeah, definitely.
and it'll be kind of, now the castle is going to get like totally revamped. It's
Mm-hmm.
to like, I feel the castle's kind of small now for the plan for the town, so it's
All
going to
right,
go
calm
bigger.
down, Dukon. Calm down.
Is yeah, everything is getting Dukon, but I think, everything is, pretty much empty for the most part in the castle. So it's just
Yeah, it's just a shell. And hell, if
it's just a
anything, you know.
so right now it would be the
Oh,
time to, if I'm going to change something, to change it before, a buttload of interior is done or something like that. But
yeah,
this
definitely.
whole area will be covered in vineyards. I'll have a couple houses in here that will be taking care of the vineyards, and obviously supply the wine for the castle and the town and all this stuff. But this whole area right here is just going to be, it's all going to be terraformed real, and it'll flow really nice, and it's
Gotcha.
just going to be covered in vineyard. So
Oh, this is gonna be really cool.
that's basically all the plans. I probably won't even see this area until probably a year down the road.
Well, cool.
It's not, so.
All
But
right,
if anybody wants to see, I mean, if you look at the ground and the way that the area is now, and look at what, my land and the community build and everything is, yeah.
cool. All right. Well, before this video gets way too long, thank you, Isaac, for the tour around everywhere. It's been super cool being able to see all of this for sure. Definitely a lot of cool stuff going on here. But guys, if you're interested in where Isaac's going with all this, we can keep checking up on his place. We will for sure. But yeah, so thank you, Isaac. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that tour around Isaac's place here. I got a lot of work done on this guy while you guys are out there touring around. As you can see, it's been a very long video. So I did tell you guys I was going to finish up this. As you can see, we added those two little bits to the top so all the air could get out. But yeah, so please let me know in the comments what you guys think about all that stuff with where we're touring around with Isaac. He has a massive build, so if we do it with other people, I'm pretty sure it won't be quite that long. I kind of was like, alright, Isaac's getting a whole video for his. He has so much stuff going on, constantly improving and expanding. New stuff, pretty much all that we hadn't seen before, or at least in a long time. So I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed that. These cows are very noisy. Let's go stand over here. But yeah, so inside we did a pretty basic thing in here. We got just some wood pillars up here holding up the roof. Up at the top, it kind of opens up. In there, there's some little venting areas for gases and stuff to get out from these little smelly cows. I just have 3 in here right now. They're just kind of chilling on this side. Figured these ones over here can stay open for now. We can move some more cows. They're kind of out in the field and whatnot. Then back up in here, we have our own little hay area, just kind of for storing some hay. Probably need to be putting some sort of railing along right there, but it's okay for now. We got a little storage area right here, just a chest, 2 crafting tables. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this guy turned out. It's pretty basic. I like the look of it from the outside. Hello, cow. It's all pretty cool. It's all pretty good stuff. I'm really happy with how the top turned out. Can add a little bit extra detail, mixed up the roof just enough. I think we can actually get up there pretty easily, so let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, so this is kind of all I really wanted to show you guys for today's video, seeing as we spent okay, we didn't break it, good. Again, I don't want to break the crop, I don't want to break it. But we spent so much time with Isaac doing all that cool stuff. But here we got just kind of little detail bits right there, fence gates in the middle using dark oak to kind of get that little crosshatch shape to it, and little sticky outy bits adding a little bit of detail to the top. But guys, this video is getting extremely long, so that is going to do it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think about all the Dukonia stuff and everything we have going on here. Anybody else on the server you guys want me to see if I can get them in voice chat that we can go to around their place, let me know that as well. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next episode.